Again, there is his moment. He is arrived to the World Cup.
That the winner this year is Lamine Yamal, Spain, Barcelona.
He's only 17 years old, but Lamine Yamal has already stamped his authority on the football world for both Barcelona and Spain.
Lamine Yamal is only a teenager, yet he is already playing at the highest level of world football. At this age, most players are still developing in youth academies. But he is competing against elite professionals on the biggest stages. Despite being physically smaller than most opponents, he controls the ball with complete confidence, beats experienced defenders, and makes high-pressure situations look simple. This level of performance at such a young age is extremely rare in football history. And that is exactly why the entire football world is now watching him closely. Because the question is no longer about talent. It is about how far he can go. This is the story of Lamine Yamal. And this rise didn't start in big stadiums or under bright lights. It started in Spain, where Lamine Yamal was born on July 13, 2007. He comes from a mixed background. His father is from Morocco, and his mother is from Equatorial Guinea. A simple family, not connected to fame, football business, or elite sports systems. There were no shortcuts in his early life, no professional environment around him, no special training facilities. Just a normal childhood where football was not a career idea at first. It was just something he naturally spent most of his time doing. From a very young age, he showed unusual control with the ball. Not in a flashy way, but in a way that felt effortless. Even against older kids, he didn't look nervous or rushed. He stayed calm in situations where most children would lose the ball immediately. That early consistency is what started getting attention. Local coaches noticed that his decision-making was not normal for his age. He didn't just dribble for the sake of it. He understood space, timing, and movement in a way that is rare even in adult players. This is where things started to shift. Because talent like this doesn't stay hidden for long. Soon, he entered the system that changes everything for young footballers, Barcelona's academy, La Masia. And once a player steps into that environment, everything becomes different. Competition increases, pressure increases, expectations increase. Everyone there is talented. Everyone there wants the same dream, and very few actually make it out to the top level. But even inside that system, Lamine Yamal didn't look like just another prospect. He started standing out not only because of his skill, but because of how fast he adapted to challenges far above his age group. And that is where his journey truly begins to separate from the rest. Because from this point on, he wasn't just another academy player anymore. He was someone the system itself started paying attention to. At La Masia, every player is already talented. That's the standard. That's the minimum requirement just to survive inside Barcelona's system. But very quickly, Lamine Yamal started separating himself from the rest. It wasn't just about dribbling or technical skill. It was the way he processed the game. While most young players reacted to what was happening, he was already thinking one step ahead. He didn't just receive the ball and play, he received it with a plan already forming in his mind. Coaches began noticing something unusual. He was consistently making the right decisions in high-pressure situations, even when older and physically stronger players tried to close him down. Instead of rushing or forcing mistakes, he stayed calm and found solutions that others didn't see. This is where his football intelligence became impossible to ignore. In training sessions, he wasn't just competing, he was controlling moments. Small spaces didn't limit him. Tight marking didn't stop him. He adapted instantly, as if pressure didn't affect him the same way it affected everyone else. And that is rare at any age, because at youth level, most players rely on speed or confidence. But Yamal was different. He combined balance, awareness, and timing in a way that made him unpredictable. Defenders couldn't easily read his next move, and that uncertainty gave him an edge even when physically he was at a disadvantage. Inside the academy, word started spreading quickly. Not about a good player, but about someone who might actually be ahead of his generation. And once that kind of reputation starts building inside La Masia, it doesn't stay inside for long. Because Barcelona has a history of recognizing special talent early, and when they truly believe in someone, things begin to move faster than expected. Everything started changing when Lamine Yamal began getting closer to the first team. At Barcelona, this is the moment every young player dreams of, but also the moment where most players feel the real weight of professional football. Because now, it is no longer about potential. It is about performance. Every training session is being watched more closely. Every touch of the ball starts to matter. And every mistake begins to carry consequences that go beyond youth football. But what made Lamine different was how normal he looked in these situations. He didn't play like someone trying to impress. He played like someone who already belonged there, calm on the ball, sharp in decision-making, unaffected by the pressure around him. And that is exactly when people inside the club started realizing something serious. This wasn't just a talented academy player anymore. This was someone who could actually handle top-level football. But with that realization came something else: expectations. The moment a young player shows even a glimpse of special ability at Barcelona, the spotlight immediately gets stronger. Coaches start watching more closely, media attention begins to grow, and fans start asking questions before the player has even fully arrived. And in Lamine's case, the noise was getting louder very quickly. He started being spoken about as one of the most exciting young prospects in Europe. Every small appearance, every training clip, every moment on the pitch started spreading online within hours. And with that attention came pressure, because now it wasn't just about development anymore. It was about whether he could actually deliver at the highest level. Inside the club, people understood how rare this situation was. Many talented players had come through La Masia before him. Many had impressed at youth level. But only a few ever managed to make the jump without struggling under pressure. And that's where the real challenge begins. Because talent can open the door, but pressure decides who stays inside. This is the phase where everything stops being potential and starts becoming reality. Lamine Yamal finally gets his chance at the highest level, stepping into professional matches where every opponent is faster, stronger, and far more experienced than anything he has faced before. But the surprising part is not that he got the opportunity. It is how he reacted to it. There is no hesitation in his game, no sign of being overwhelmed by the stage. Instead, he plays with a level of confidence that feels unnatural for someone his age. He receives the ball under pressure and still manages to stay composed. He takes on defenders without fear. And in tight spaces, he finds solutions that most players wouldn't even attempt. And slowly, the impact becomes impossible to ignore. Every appearance starts creating moments that spread quickly beyond the stadium. One dribble, one assist, one decision that shifts the flow of a match. Not because of luck, but because of control. At this point, people are no longer talking about a young talent getting minutes. They are talking about a player who is influencing games at the highest level. And then comes the moment that changes everything even further. His performances start reaching the international stage. With Spain, he is no longer just a promising youngster from Barcelona's system. He is now representing his country against top-level opposition, under even greater pressure, where every touch is judged on a global scale. But even here, the same pattern continues. He doesn't shrink under pressure. He rises inside it. And that is what separates him from most young players who reach this level. Because while many players struggle when expectations increase, Lamine seems to become even more comfortable when the stakes get higher. With every match, the attention grows. With every performance, the belief strengthens. And with every moment on the pitch, the football world starts realizing that this is not just development anymore. This is emergence. A player is not being introduced to the world. He is announcing himself to it.